In this section, I'm going to show you how to gather the visited websites from the target browsers. That means that we will be able to see all the visited websites and all the downloaded files on his operating system. And then I'm going to show you how to steal the stored password from the target browsers. So, if the target tried to log into his email or Facebook account and he enabled the Remember Me option, his password will be stored in the browser and will be able to steal that password. So first we are going to gather the visited websites from the target browser, and this is by using a Metasploit module. Then I'm going to steal the stored password on his computer by uploading a small program allows us to steal all the stored password from all the installed browsers. Now let's see how to do that. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to show you the available session that I have. So if I type sessions, you can see that I have one Metapreter sessions open with the Windows 10 that we have hacked. And as I said in the introduction, the problem with the module that comes with Metapreter command line, that you cannot run it in the background, and also you cannot save the keystrokes. So the module that we are going to use it called keylog recorder. You can go to it by typing use post Windows capture keylog recorder. Then you're going to press enter. So if you type show options, you can see all the available options. We have capture type explorer, so it's going to capture everything that happens in the explorer or all the keystrokes in the explorer. And we have interval that used time interval to save keystroke in seconds. I'm going to leave it as 5 seconds. And lock screen, I'm going to leave it as false, and it will lock the system screen because this is going to be less suspicious if you leave it as false. And migrate, if you want to migrate the keylogger with a certain running process in the target machine. And if you set it as true, you can put the PID of the running process. Then lastly, the session. But for now, I'm going to set only the session. Then I'm going to type show options. So we have explorer, so it's going to capture everything in the explorer, and it will capture the keystroke every 5 seconds. And lock screen, I'm going to leave it as false because this is less suspicious. And migrate, I'm going to leave it also as false because it will capture everything in the explorer, and it will be already migrated with the explorer, so you don't have to migrate it with other process. And if you set it as true, you can put the PID of the running process, and the session is number 1. So I'm going to type run, and you will see here that it will create a new txt file in .msf4 folder, which is hidden. Then this is the name of the txt file. So I'm going to come back to the target machine, and I'm going to run the notepad, and I'm going to type something. So I'm going to type this is my private email and password. Then I'm going to type the email here, sad@gmail.com, and the password, let's say for example sad12345. So I'm going to come back to the target to the attacker machine, and I'm going to open new terminal. And if you want to read what is into the txt file from the terminal, just you can use cat, and then from the .msf4 to the end, which is the full path of the txt file. You are not gonna put root because you are already in root. So I'm gonna put past, and if I press enter, you can see here. So everything was written in notepad.exe, and this is email and password. You can read here sad@gmail.com. So we can see here that right shift, it's gonna show you the right shift and also enter and everything. So, and the password is sad12345. Right now I will come back to the target machine, and I'm gonna do something more dangerous by opening the browser. Let's say for example I'm gonna log into my Facebook account. So if I type facebook.com, and I'm gonna type, just for example, my email sad@gmail.com, and my password is sad1234567, and I'm gonna press enter. And of course this is a false information, so it's not gonna log in. So I'm gonna come back to the attacker machine because Facebook for some reason doesn't respond. And this time I'm gonna browse with the txt file from the leaf pad. So let me just, okay. If you open the files from here, you will not see the .msf4 folder because actually it's hidden. And if you want to see it, just go from here, show hidden files. You can see here .msf4, double click on it, then in lot, you can see here there is lot folder. So you are going to lot, and this is the last file or the txt file that has been created. So I'm going to double click on it, and then I can browse everything from here. So I'm gonna scroll down. You can see here C program files in Google Chrome has been written. FA, which is shortcut for Facebook. Then we pressed enter. As you can see here, CR, and you will see here that sad right shift, then add gmail.com, and my password is 123456. So you can capture everything in any page, even if it's using a HTTPS protocol, because actually you are not like downgrading the connection as I explained in my Wi-Fi hacking course. You are not downgrading the connection from HTTPS to HTTP. You have injected a keylogger that capture everything happens in the Explorer. So we learned from this lecture how to capture the keystrokes of the target machine and how to save his keystrokes in a txt file so that we can read it anytime we want. So even if he was typing his sensitive information or he was trying to log into a certain website that uses HTTPS protocol, we will be able to capture all of this information, and this is by injecting only a keylogger in the target machine.